Hey More Than Face fam, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra and I'm a licensed barber out of Oklahoma City. And in today's video, we'll be giving a beginner's budget-friendly setup. I'm super excited for this one, so let's get into it. First off, we'll be talking about clippers. So my clippers recommendation are the Circers. The Circers right now are, I'm looking at how much everything costs, so I don't lie to you guys. The Circers currently are $38.99. I know some of you are looking at this like, why would somebody only pay 40 bucks for a clipper? They must be trash, blah, blah, blah. First off, they're not trash. Obviously they're not as high quality as Magic Clips or Seniors or some Andis Masters, but if you are a beginner and you're just starting out, you really don't need to buy clippers of that caliber yet. Obviously, if you have the money to go ahead and invest in them, then you should. But these Circers are perfect for a beginner who's just trying to learn foundational skills like what angles to be cutting out, different hair textures, understanding their blending, and so on. So the Circers are more of like a wall style clipper. They actually take the exact same guards as the walls do, and the actual body is akin to walls as well. So I've cut with them before, and overall they're pretty solid, especially if you're a beginner and you're just getting down, you know, the very basic things. They work really well until you get about 50 or 60%. So the clippers actually have the percentage of battery left displayed at the very bottom of it, so you're able to tell, which I thought was super cool. But anyway, when it gets to about 50 or 60%, the clippers don't cut as smoothly, so that's just a little heads up. But overall, they're really solid, and as you get better, you can always save up more money and invest in something else. So next we have our trimmers. I have two trimmers recommendations. The first one are your Andis T outliners that are corded. They do have a cordless option, they're just a little bit more expensive, and we're trying to keep money in our pockets. So the T outliners are awesome. Honestly, they're a premium trimmer. It's just that they're not very expensive. A lot of veteran barbers use the T outliners because they're have a pretty powerful motor. Pretty much anything that's corded is going to be a bit stronger than cordless things, and that's no different in this particular situation. So whenever you use these, they cut really well. I personally have these modified. You just take maybe like ½ an inch of the plastic part right under the blades, and you kind of cut that all off. It allows for more of the blade to be exposed, which allows you to get, you know, better designs. You can get into different nooks and crannies than if you had kept that plastic part. So these trimmers are awesome, and especially if you modify them. They are currently $56.47 right now. So if you are looking for trimmers, I would definitely check these out. Next, the trimmers that I love more than the T outliners are the Andis Slimlimes. These are awesome. So they currently are $59.19. So these are sleek, they are cordless, they are slim, they are perfect if you are a mobile barber, or if you're in barber college and you have to wrap up all your stuff every night. They just really are efficient. So I love to use them on people with sensitive skin, on elderly people, on kids, because they don't tend to bite. Other trimmers can kind of do that, even premium trimmers. For instance, I have some Babyliss Rose Gold FXs, and those, depending on how you align them, can really bite the crap out of somebody. And I've never had that problem at all with my Slimlines. I have two pairs of them. They have different colors, chrome, like prism. I currently have the silver ones, and they're under 100 bucks. So I really recommend you check out the Slimlines. And once again, these two are used by a lot of veteran barbers. They just happen to not be expensive. We're trying to keep money in 2022, so definitely look at these. So if you guys are enjoying the video so far, don't forget to go ahead and like it and comment down below what your barber goals are for this year. It could be just something as small as learning how to fade. My personal goal is to continue to bring you guys new content. On top of telling me your barber goals, if you guys have any videos you really want to see, comment that below as well. So I will be checking down the comments and seeing what you guys actually have to say. Let's get back into the video. Next, we have our razor recommendation. So the brand is called Facon. I can't really pronounce it. I don't really know if it's an American brand or not. I don't think so. But anyway, they are an excellent beginner's razor. So they're somewhere between like the cheapy ones that most barbers get in our beginner set, not for like from Sally's that are super chintzy, and a more expensive razor that's like 100 bucks. It's somewhere in the middle. I really like it because it makes me feel like I have control of my razor. And this is key as you begin to learn your shaves. So being confident and having control are probably the two most important parts to me when you're beginning to learn how to use a razor. Like obviously you have to understand your angles and you want to make sure that the skin is soft and so on. But if you don't really feel like you can move the razor, or if it feels too wiggly, if it feels like the blade's gonna fall out, then you're in a pickle, and no one wants to be in a pickle as you're having to essentially put a blade on somebody's head. You want to make sure that everything is stable, and this razor really allows for blade stability so that as you're gliding and actually cutting the hair, it's not in control, but you are. I hope that makes some sense. As you guys shave more, you'll see what I'm talking about being able to wield your razor. But overall, this razor is a really great starting point. It's inexpensive and it looks really cool. And it allows for the blade to stay in place as you're cutting. There's no worse feeling than going down somebody's head and you can feel the blade start to wiggle and possibly even come out. So next we have our shears. Shears too, like razors, can be as cheap or expensive as you want them to be. Shears can get really expensive, and as a beginner, do not be dropping, I wouldn't really drop over 25 bucks for some shears. You have to figure out how to hold them, how to use them, how to use them with different hair textures. And once again, it's about skill, not about the tool. So my first recommendation are the Equinoxes. This set, and it's a set, and we love a combo. It's a 2-for-1. Yes, it's only $27.99. So I personally use the thinning shears. I didn't buy the combo, and I'll explain that later. And if I'm saying shears, shears just means scissors for those of you guys who are really super duper beginners. What I love the most about this brand is that they have an adjustable tightening screw. So it allows for the blades to become tighter or looser depending on how you turn it, which is really important because whenever you're doing some shear work, you have to palm the shear as you're like setting your parts and combing. And if you can't close the shear all the way because the blades are a little too loose, you can end up cutting hair you didn't mean to cut or cutting yourself. So that tightening screw is super dope. I absolutely adore that. So these shears feel very strong, very sturdy, and they cut very smooth. So if any of you guys have cut with Sally's, sorry, I'm not trying to drag Sally's, but if you guys have cut with Sally shears, you know what I'm talking about when I say that they open and close really awkwardly. It's almost like they need to be oiled all the time because you can't open and close them quickly. And it seems like it takes a lot of effort. But with these, they cut very, very smooth. They open and close very nicely. You can cut very quickly, and you can actually sharpen the blades over time. I've already gotten mine sharpened. So they're not so cheap that you can't keep maintenance up on them. I really recommend you get these shears, but if you're someone that doesn't really use thinning shears, you can go ahead and invest in the ULGs. So the ULGs are the shears, the traditional shears that I cut with, and these cost a grand $16.99. This only comes with an individual shear, like I said before, but these are excellent too. Once again, feels sturdy, feels like they're doing the job. They cut really smooth, and overall, a great shear. The only thing about them is that they do not have that adjustable screw thing. They have like another style of blade adjustment that I don't really like. But if you don't use the thinning shears, there's no point of getting the Equinoxes. Just go ahead and get the ULGs. So if you were to buy the Circers, the Slimlines, the Fakons or Fakens, and the Equinoxes, it'll be only 143 bucks. It is under $150. This is a super budget friendly list, and I definitely can vouch for pretty much every single product on here. So if you are a beginner, if you don't have a whole bunch of money to be spending on some stuff that you're not even sure you're gonna like, if you're testing out barbering, heck, if you just want to cut up yourself or your homies and you just needed to find some products that weren't gonna break the bank because you don't really actually want to cut hair professionally, this setup is a setup for you. I mean, genuinely, you can't go wrong with 150 bucks, right? So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. This is the video I wanted to see whenever I first started cutting, because I was not trying to spend a whole bunch of money on stuff. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. I've been sick with COVID for the last like 3 to 4 weeks, so that's why I haven't been able to post, but I'm happy to get back on a normal schedule with you guys and be consistent. The channel's been growing and really quickly. Did not expect this. I know it's only 27 subscribers, but I feel very excited to be growing with you guys. So I can't wait to see you in the next video, and peace out.